Hey guys, quick tutorial on how to set up a registered server in Microsoft SQL SQL uh, Server Manager Studio. And so, super simple. If typically when you run SSMS, you're going to see this come up at first, and you would typically do a connect, grab a database, and connect to it. In our case, we're actually going to save those connections and hold on to them so that I can just double click and connect. So go to, if you don't already have it showing up, just go to view. You can do register servers right here. And you typically see this show up. Now, a lot of times there won't be any plus by this because you don't have any set up. But I'm going to open that up. I have a bunch set up already. To start a new one, you would just right click on the group, do new server registration, and you'll see this form come up. Now I'm gonna actually use one I've already done just so you can kind of see the settings. But let's use ePower 1. Okay. I try to name these so I can quickly pick them out of the list. Whatever works for you. Also, a lot of times I'll match the name we use in Remote Desktop Manager, which is kind of nice. That way we all kind of use the same naming conventions. But you will see in some of these I'm using the DNS entry name just for testing and different things. So you put the server name in at first. So in this case, we use a DNS entry. So we're using mssql.tcsepower.com. Sorry. Then we're using our our TCS Geeks login. You're almost always going to use SQL authentication. You should probably never be using Windows authentication unless you're doing something local. You can go ahead and type your password in. I usually don't hit remember password until I've typed it in and I've hit the test button. Make sure that that works. You'll get the message. Yep, you're good to go. Then I would check that, give it a name. If you want to put some description information here, if you whatever, you may have to put in here, hey, you need to be connected to the some VPN, whatever it may be, data center or a local office or whatever. But in most cases, you're just setting this up, just kind of according to where you're at. All right, so do all that. You can hit save and save that. Now, if you want to get a little fancy and get a little crazy, there are some additional things you can do. There's all kinds of settings and stuff. Let's see here. I was looking for custom colors. You can use a custom color. I think in my local database, I'm using some coloring so that I know where I'm connected to. I'm using blue. And then if I connect somewhere else, not sure I've done that with any of the rest of them. But what this does is we'll set this one. Let's set it to orange. Okay. And so when I connect to these, what you'll see is the bar at the bottom turns a different color when I start a query. So let's just say I want to jump in and do something on Econ Master. You'll see that this bar in the query, it's actually just in the query itself, turns orange. So you can actually use the color coding to tell you where you're connected at and what what that's going to be used for. So pretty cool. Hope this helps. I know some of you guys have asked about that. So very, very fun and easy tooltip for SSMS because you can just literally just double click on it. It makes the connection and puts it in your connections list. It'll always add at the bottom. When you're done, you just disconnect, and then you'll have whatever the connections you've got. So, all right. Hope that helps.